Welcome to 2K Sports in the NBA. I'm your host, Damon Bruce. Friday Hoops Fest coming up next. It'll be the Phoenix Suns facing off against the Denver Nuggets. And now it's game time. To call the action, here are Kevin Harlan, Steve Kerr, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke. I'll be back at halftime, everybody.
All systems go. The Nuggets primed and ready. Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Now a chance to check out tonight's starting lineups. First for the Suns. They've got Miller each and every night. So important to utilize that size under the basket, and you know he'll be contributing in every way he can. And then for the Denver Nuggets, a big first for this young rookie, getting his first starting appearance. Then there's James Posey, and it's Rodgers in at the 4.
Well, you know, the Suns dropped from being a team that could fight for a playoff spot to the cellar of the West last season, and much of that you could attribute to how much they struggled on the road.
Well, the Suns did have a lot of trouble on the road, as you were saying, Clark. Only managed to win 8 games as the visiting team. Steve, the entire season. That's not good.
Well, 8 wins is unacceptable, and it actually tied the Suns with the Kings for the fewest road wins in the entire conference. So, look, this is a young team. They have a lot of learning to do. They've got to add talent. I think the rebuilding project has started, and they're going to get better, but it's still going to take some time.
5 to shoot. Lots of room. It's rebounded by Livingston.
That's a shot he's got to hit. I mean, you don't get too many better looks from that range.
Dane. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Some thought the Nuggets might be a dark horse team to get to the Western Conference Finals last season, but they didn't even get out of the first round. They lost to the Warriors, a very good Warriors team, in 6 games.
Phoenix shooting their first free throws here for the night.
Well, you take a look back to last year, guys. This is a club that converted about 76% of its free throws.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
And Dave drops them both. And going back to that series, Clark, I think it was easily one of the most exciting series of the first round, but the Nuggets knew they would have an uphill battle when they dropped game 2 at home. You know, Steve, they looked like they missed Gallinari in some of those games out there.
Well, I think anytime you're down a three-point shooter, it makes it very difficult, particularly in the playoffs when teams can sit back and pack the paint. So I thought that was what that series showed, is that in the postseason, the best three-point shooting team often has a big advantage, and the Warriors clearly were much better from beyond the arc.
And Phoenix has possession. Denver able to drain the 3. Here's Livingston, and it's blocked. Now here's Van Exel, defended by Day. No good from McLeod.
And a missed opportunity right there.
Definitely. I think he should have converted that one.
About a minute and a half through the first quarter. Livingston kicks to Day. Marion outside. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
I'll tell you what I love about him. His ability to finish even while absorbing contact. He is so strong. Even with defenders hanging all over him, he continues to finish at the basket.
And, Steve, some of the best highlights you're ever going to see are going to come from this guy. Every time he steps on the court, there's a chance he'll perform the dunk of the season.
The first free throw is good.
Well, I tell you what, the Nuggets turned that Pepsi Center into their own personal fortress last season, had the best record at home in the league. Nobody could run with them when the game was played at the Pepsi Center.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Phillips is checked in. And Marion drops them both. In that home record of the Nuggets, you mentioned Clark, 38-3. Been a long time since someone has been able to put up a home record like that, Steve. Pretty impressive.
Well, it's always been difficult for teams to go to Denver and play at high altitude. And then you factor in all the back-to-backs and the fact that the airport is a long way from Denver. They're in a different time zone than a lot of teams in the West. So throw all that stuff together, and it's tough to roll in there, arrive 3 or 4 in the morning, and try to win the next night. Denver really taking advantage of their geographical area.
Good. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Yes, Kevin. Earlier I spoke with Mike D'Antoni. He stressed how important being smart with the ball is going to be for them today. It's an opponent that thrives on defense, steals in particular, and he doesn't want to see his guys get careless with the basketball. Guys?
Okay, Doris, thanks. It's almost like a crucial aspect to enabling your offense. You first have to get around the stifling defense, don't you?
Yeah, and I think the key, Kevin, is being the aggressor right from the outset of this game.
That means being in attack mode and not passing up any good shots that you get early.
Now here's Billups, following the miss by Sean Mary. Billups, the top of the key jumper is on the mark. Here is Livingston. Miller with a screen on Van Exel. Day is guarded by Billups. Here is Livingston. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Gugliotta, and he jams it with authority. There it is, guys, that Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Here's Van Exel. After the Suns pick up 2. To the inside, Rogers. Bank shot, no good.
And you got to like the defense inside, really protecting the rim.
Challenging shots and making his presence felt around the rim, that's exactly what he can give you.
Here is Livingston. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Rogers against Marion. From about 19 feet, no good. And it's Denver the other way. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
I got to find something, you're right. Van Exel passes to Posey. Now the dish to Billups. He tries for 3. That doesn't go either for Billups. Suns leading by 3. Here is Livingston. Passes it to Day. Marion outside. No luck. Great D that time from Posey. Nuggets have gone just 2 of 8 shooting so far, just 25%. Van Exel dishes to Billups. That is good. Billups has got his second bucket of the night. And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And the Suns here with a different look. The Suns leading. And there's the pass to Robinson. Releases. From the top of the key, he buries it. Now here's Billups. 6 to shoot. Latrey gets it to go. Phillips has got 7 points. The Suns have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway.
You know, it's no secret around the league, guys, that the Suns either have one of the best medical staffs in the game or they've built their practice facility by the fountain of youth. More evidence of that came when Jermaine O'Neal found new tread on his well-worn tires.
Now here is Hardaway after the miss from Bailey. Outside Hardaway. Rogers passes to Hardaway. Clock at 6. The second chance effort. The shot is off.
That's one he knows he should have made.
Dishes it to Billups. There's a good screen. Number 8. Chance there to take the lead. Missing. Well, Clark, as you said, a lot of the players that left the Suns last season, such as Steve Nash and Grant Hill, had trouble keeping their health up. And, Steve, I don't know, you've been in that organization. Whatever they are doing that are keeping those players healthy and in top shape has been working. They are admirable in the way they have led that cause.
Well, it's a tremendous training staff. They've just always done a very good job of keeping their guys healthy by getting them in the training room every day for work, by combining the strength program with the training schedule. But a lot of confidence in that staff from the players, and I think it really shows.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Bailey. He's guarded by Billups. 14 feet away. No good from Bailey. For Denver, they've gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip. Outside Billups. Number 8 buries it from three-point range. And now a three-point Nugget lead. Hardaway with it. Hits from the high post. So at the end of 1 quarter of play, still a close game. Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for him early on.
Yeah, their passing has been terrific, too, Clark. We're seeing a lot of assists, really moving, a lot of flow offensively. I like what I see.
Left side, Hardaway. Left side, Hardaway. He kicks to Robinson. Back to Hardaway. Just 5 on the clock. Smooth as silk on the finger roll. Hardaway has got the first points up on the board here in the second quarter for Phoenix. Number 8, guarded by Hardaway. He feeds it to McDyess. Number 9, from out on the wing, he knocks it down. And the Nuggets lead by 1. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, but neither team really able to jump ahead.
Yeah, 5 times already the lead has changed.
And here are the Suns now. Feeds it to Hardaway. Pass to Bailey. Back to Hardaway. Here's the 3. Cannot hit. Denver's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played. McDyess a screen.
He tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Sean Marion, he's checked in for Rogers. Number 8, from 16 feet away, he cans it. He's got 5.
Excellent communication on the inbound play there, guys. He got in a good position, and the pass was as it needed to be, on time and on target.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Doris, over to you.
Guys, Brazilian big man Nene has dealt with extensive injuries over his career. Last season, he managed to play 61 games between plantar fasciitis and soreness in his right knee. Nene said the pain was so tough, he considered retiring. He hopes this season he's able to play without being in constant pain. Kevin, back to you.
All right, Doris, thanks.
A much better quarter for them in terms of shooting the basketball.
You know, anytime your field goal percentage as a team is up in the high 50s, you're doing a lot of stuff right.
Van Exel's checked in for Phoenix.
Well, you know, I tell you what, guys, it's a tough road to hoe when you're trying to rebuild in the Western Conference. There's just no room or margin for error, and teams pile on while you're down.
And back to the Suns in the West, they did finish with the worst record in the conference. They managed only 17 wins, Steve, against other teams in the West.
And that wasn't the worst mark, but it was close. The Suns' problem was that they didn't have a huge inside presence for long stretches of the season. And when you lack depth against teams with tough power forwards or centers out west, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. And the defense fouling there to prevent that layup, forcing 2 free throws here.
A nice job that time of attacking the paint and drawing the contact. They'll take that.
For Phoenix, they have been solid at the line so far, 4 for 4. That free throw, no good.
You know, it's pretty hard not to ask the question after the Nuggets were bounced in the first round of the playoffs if, in fact, they were better constructed for the regular season than the playoffs.
And the Suns making a change here. Day's checked in. And the second free throw, good. You know, continuing to talk about the Nuggets, it is a fair question to ask because this group, Steve, has been so successful in the regular season, but has yet to make a big splash in the postseason.
Yeah, I think they've advanced out of the first round one time in the last 9 seasons. So, you know, I think it's a fair question, Kevin. I think you can win playing fast, but you have to have balance. Look at the Spurs last year. They played a very high tempo, but they played excellent defense as well. You've got to have some kind of a balance to win in the postseason.
Here is Day. After the made shot from McLeod, Marion gets to Livingston. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Offensive rebound. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Perseverance paying off on the offensive boards, guys.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Van Exel with it. Now guarded by Livingston. Doubled by Day. McLeod passes to Posey. Another 3 for Denver.
Well, he's got that quick trigger, a very quick trigger on a shot, and it doesn't hesitate to pull up as soon as he gets his hands on the ball. He's a very aggressive player.
Well, defensive pressure is always going to be at its weakest in that instant when the pass gets there. So having a good feel for the catch and shoot serves him well. Boy, they're getting a bunch more threes up here in the second quarter.
Yeah, a little trigger happy here, Clark, and you can't win the game with one shot. You got to vary it up and challenge the defense inside.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Yeah, this is threatening to get kind of ugly out here.
Suns trail by 7. Livingston kicks today. And out of bounds as the Nuggets gain possession. Rogers checked in for the Nuggets. And Denver decides to take their first time out here. Here's the Nuggets with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. The feed to Van Exel. Now the pass to McLeod. Back to Van Exel. They get it back. That's good. And now it's a 9-point Nugget lead.
That lead should be safe if they keep shooting like this.
Well, they're on fire. I mean, they're absolutely on target and looking to pad that scoring total, too.
And Phoenix has possession. Day lays it up and banks it in. Day's got his third basket of the night. Denver leading by 7. Pass to Van Exel. Shot clock at 6. The Nuggets need to get a shot off here. Lets it go. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, he's been trying to add that mid-range shot to his arsenal, but it still isn't there.
He got off to a slow start. It took him a little while to get into the flow of this game, but he's turned it on here in the second.
Timeout called, the Suns.
One thing that stood out with the Nuggets guys is how they rebounded the ball. They had a number of guys that could just attack that glass, and when you have guys that are hungry and resilient and relentless, you get a lot of rebound.
And Phoenix making a change here. Longley's checked in. Kicks it to Livingston. On the wing, Marion. Shot clock at 5. Here's Gugliotta. Oh, and that one had the right spit on it, and it is good. He has 6. Well, guys, back to the Nuggets. They are decent or just run-of-the-mill when it comes to defensive rebounding. But what makes them such a handful, Steve, to deal with on the glass is their offensive rebound. Number 1 in the league last season.
It was kind of the approach for George Karl. Run at all costs and attack the glass, both on the boards and in transition. And I think that's one of the reasons they developed the identity that they did as a team. They were a nightmare to deal with. They just came at you in waves.
Here's Marion after the made shot from Clark. From deep. Here's Longley. Livingston. He dishes it today. He passes to Marion. Goes back up. And he knocks down the jumper. Marion's got 5.
It was almost like he was surprised to be that wide open, yet he knocked it down.
And here is Van Exel. Pass to McCloud. The dish to Posey. Passes it to McCloud. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
Boy, there was no hand in his face right there. I thought for sure he was going to knock that down.
The shot by Marion, no good.
That's kind of a shocker. The defense was there, but it wasn't right in his face. Kind of out of character for him to miss those.
And the pass to McCloud. Here is Rogers. Dishes it to Van Exel. All sorts of time. It's rebounded by Day.
I thought he'd make that one. And that's his range, and the defense nowhere to be seen.
He kicks it to Livingston. Marion, right side, uncovered. And it's Sean Marion again missing.
There's no getting around the simple fact that that's a shot he has to knock down.
And so that's the end of the first half. Nuggets lead by 7. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Thanks for joining us at halftime. We got a terrific game.
The Sprint Halftime Report, presented by Sprint.
All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. You have to like what we're seeing from Day.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Marion, rejected by Posey. Now here's Van Exel. Defense right on him. He passes to McLeod. He feeds it to Clark. Jacks up a three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Marion kicks to Livingston. Feeds it to Day. He dishes it to Livingston. Marion. It's stolen by Van Exel. Here's the break. Here's McLeod. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys. So that's a free basket right there.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here is Livingston. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Open shot by Marion. Denver grabs the miss. Van Exel's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Pass to McLeod. Beyond the arc. The shot, no good.
Almost surprised that he had that much room to work with.
Third quarter here, over a minute and a half into it. That's good. Livingston's got himself on the board with 3 there.
You know, even though he doesn't really have the long-range ability on a consistent level, he can knock down some open ones.
Marion with the double team. McLeod passes to Posey. Offensive rebound. Here's Clark. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
You know, even from here, you could see that one pretty clearly.
Yep, pretty obvious. And a good call by the official.
This is his first free throw of the game. And that one falls for Clark. Blunt, he's checked in for the Suns. Rogers comes in for Sean Marion. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Pass to Rogers. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
And he will take the ball right into the teeth of the defense.
And Phoenix making a change here. First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. That free throw good from Rogers. Here's Billups. 7 points in the game. They set the pick. The feed to Van Exel. Number 9, guarded by Robinson. Outside, Billups. Good on the three-point shot. Billups has got 10 points. Suns trail by 8.
You know, when you're one of the worst teams in the league, you have a lot of problems. And for the Suns, one of their biggest problems was that opponents shot very close to 40% against them from behind the arc. And that's just not a winning number.
Denver's gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. And now we're 3 minutes into the third quarter of play. Just 5 to shoot. Lets it fly. And he hits the jump shot. And now it's a 10-point Nugget lead. As you said, Clark with the Suns, dead last in the league in terms of opposing three-point percentage. Defense overall was a problem for him, Steve, but especially on closing out on shooters. beyond the arc.
Well, and the three-point shot, Kevin, has become such a huge part of every NBA team's offense now that if you're struggling to defend that line, you're going to really find yourself at the bottom of the league defensively and record-wise, and that's exactly where Phoenix found itself.
Rodgers passes to Hardaway. Here is Rodgers. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Rodgers has got 5 points so far.
That's a clean look they gave him there, fellas, and he drains those.
There's a screen. Billups double teamed. Gantlet defended by Blunt. Kicks to Billups. 4 on the clock. Fires high post and misses it off the right side of the rim. Suns trail by 8. Here's Hardaway, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
Sometimes folks forget about his decent mid-range jumper. He can knock those down all game given a chance.
Outside Billups. Number 8, guarded by Hardaway. Three-pointer. Denver the rebound. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Exceptional play to take the bump and still get it up and down.
Yeah, way to stay with it and look to finish the play right there.
Jones checked in for Denver.
Well, you know, for the Suns, it's been a hard fall, guys. As recently as 2010, they played in the conference finals last season, had the 4th worst record in the NBA, and they're not exactly stacked with young talent. The rise back to the top is going to be slow and long.
And it's Denver with the rebound.
Couldn't convert, but nice little two-man game there.
And it wouldn't surprise me to see them go back to that the next trip.
Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Billups attacking. Number 9, guarded by Robinson. Stripped away. Outside Hardaway. Passes it to Bailey. Back to Hardaway. The pass to Bailey. Lets it go from deep. Cannot hit. Now the Nuggets take it the other way. Well, you talked about the troubles of the Suns, Clark, and for so long, one of the elite offensive ball clubs in the NBA. Then, Steve, last season, they were second to last in scoring efficiency.
Well, let's see. What happened last year? Oh yeah, Steve Nash left. I think that might have something to do with it, Kevin. Look, this is just a rebuilding mode for Phoenix, and it happens to everybody. The end of one great era, and hopefully the start of a new one, but it's going to take a few years to get this thing rolling.
Gets it to go.
That's a nice job of getting the ball in the paint and burying the shot. That's exactly how it's done.
And the Suns call time. And during the timeout, both coaches getting a chance here to review the strategy at this point of the game, along with the discussions. Also some rehydration going on with Gatorade. Everyone trying to bring their top game here tonight.
Yeah, that's why you see the trainers going around to every player, making sure they're hydrated, they're getting enough to drink during the game. And so important to hydrate yourself and keep yourself strong and ready to play for these big minutes down the stretch.
Robinson misses.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady work they've been doing on the interior, no question. And that's, I think, the main reason they have this lead. Very well executed pick to give them all kinds of space to get that one off.
There's a minute 34 left in the third quarter. Rodgers passes to Robinson. Outside Hardaway. He passes it to Bailey. Yes, and it's Hardaway picking up the assist.
Incredible. Only took them a few seconds to answer the three ball with one of their own.
Let's keep this thing going, guys. I love seeing a three-point battle like this.
Now, here's Van Exel. The dish now to Jones. He kicks it to Van Exel. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot two. And let's take a moment, guys, to get your take on the scoring so far for the Nuggets.
These long-range shots look like layups out there, guys.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
And he knocks down the first one.
Whenever you play Denver, you know it's going to be an up-and-down game. The Nuggets love to push the tempo and make the game a track meet. And a lot of times they were better at it than their opponents because they're an excellent fast-breaking team.
That misses, so he splits the free throws. The Nuggets scored a ton of points last season, and among the several categories, Steve, that they led the way in was fast break points. You could see it with their bigs.
Well, I like the way they constructed their roster, Kevin, because everybody from the guards to the centers could all run and get out in the open floor. So it was like an avalanche when Denver would come at you, particularly on their home floor, with not just three guys running, but all five.
Suns trail by 14. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. This is Demarion. Wide open look. And it's James Posey with the rebound. Posey's got his third rebound tonight.
He's given them little to nothing at the offensive end. I can't put it any other way.
Out of bounds, Phoenix takes possession.
Difficult to explain that turnover. I mean, I guess he thought he had more room than he did, but he really lost his place on the court.
12 seconds left to play in the third. Hardaway kicks to Marion. Good, and the assist goes to Hardaway. Hardaway has got 3 assists tonight. With 1 on the clock, and no good trying to get that one. And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Denver leading by 11. Phillips with the ball. Back to Van Exel. Gatling covered by Long. Here's Gatling. Can't get it to go. Excellent D there from Blunt. Phoenix has gotten fewer than half of their three-pointers to go down tonight. They're 4 for 9. And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, I tell you what, the defenders didn't even get a sniff of him on that move to the hoop.
Denver's gotten the three-point bug tonight. They've taken 15 shots outside the arc. They're 6 of 15.
Tough break for the defense. He took the heat and drew the whistle.
Yep, but when you get there late, that's what happens.
The Suns making a switch here. Livingston's checked in.
Get open!
Now Billups. Good ball movement here by the Nuggets. Six to shoot. Number 9, defended by Livingston. That's good. And the Nuggets lead by 11. We've played just over 1 minute here in the fourth quarter. And Phoenix making a change here. Pass to Bailey. Denver grabs the miss. Posey's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the 4th quarter. He feeds it to McDyess. He dishes it to Van Exel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Shoots from the high post, and the shot is good. Phoenix with the ball. It's a 13-point game. Livingston passes to Bailey. Marion puts up a 3, and that one's good.
With the success they've been having from the three-point line since halftime, I'll bet you that scoreboard starts to look a lot different real soon.
Of course, they have to stay hot, but if they do, I think you're right, Clark, particularly if they can convert defense into offense.
And here's McDyess after the three-pointer from Sean Marion. Feeds to Posey. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Livingston. Suns trail by 10. Rogers passes to Marion. Screened by Longley. The feed now to Livingston. Off target from three-point range. For Denver, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Number 9, defended by Bailey. Kicks it to Posey. A 3-ball. Gets it to go. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They've got to get more intense.
Here is Livingston. Passes to Bailey. The pass to Livingston. Here's Longley, and he hits it just before the shot clock expires. Time called here. The Nuggets decide to talk it over.
Yeah, and guys, I think he feels like he can make a few improvements during this timeout. Just kind of make a couple of adjustments, get his club back on track.
You know, coaches are always tweaking and tinkering with things mid-game. Actually, sometimes they overdo it.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hi, guys. I had a chance to find out what Mike D'Antoni was discussing with his players. He said to them, the lead we've got now is nice, but I want to make it even nicer. This is when we put the hammer down. It doesn't look like he's ready to back off just yet, guys.
And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the 4th. Clark dishes to Billups. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Van Exel. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, the referee's all over that one.
No doubt about it. Clearly a foul. Nothing to argue about there.
And the first one at the line is good.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
Well, and to keep a lead like this, they should continue to attack the paint like they have been. Don't settle for jump shots. Find your way to the free throw line.
He's perfect from the line this time. And it's the Suns with the ball. Trailing by 13. Pass to Bailey. He's guarded by Billups. The 10-footer. And the shot is good. Now, here's Van Exel. The 8-footer. Posey. There's the triple. That's good. And the Nuggets lead by 14.
It hasn't happened as quickly as he would have liked, but he's finally putting some points on the board in this game.
No one near him. They get the rebound. Miller. The Suns making a switch here. Day's checked in. The dish to Livingston. Pulls up on the wing. He squares up and sinks it. Marion with the steal. Puts the lead pass in front of him. Here's Day. Rebound by Van Exel. Van Exel's got 4 rebounds in this game.
With the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in control of this game.
Yeah, they have not let their guard down one bit in the paint. Third three in a row right there.
Adjustment time for the defense, guys.
And it's good.
Guys, he shot a very good percentage today, and they've needed it.
Denver leading by 13. To the middle. Rogers. And he finishes nicely on the layup.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
Boy, I'd like to know how many of their attempts have come from inside 5 feet. It seems like everything is right at the rim.
Here is Day. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
8 of the last 10 points at that end of the court have been scored on very high percentage shots in the paint.
Yeah, and it's not necessarily strategic, Clark. It's just a matter of playing with more heart. Got to play hard, guys.
Now, here's Van Exel. Billups with the ball, now guarded by Day. Back to Van Exel. Phoenix grabs the miss. 1:41 left to play here in the fourth. Guglielmo, cozy covering. No challenge from the defense there, Clark. Could have put that one through any way he wanted.
And I love the choice there, partner. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
And that one misses. Denver leading by 11. We've got 1:23 left to play in the final quarter. Clock at 6. The baseline J. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. Phoenix has gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. Marion kicks to Day. Dishes it to Marion. Suns moving the ball around. They set the pick. Livingston passes to Day. He kicks it to Livingston. Tries it from 19. It's Clark with the rebound.
You know, he just hasn't looked right to me. A bit out of sorts, if you will. Something's off with his mechanics, at least as I look at him.
Now here's Billups. And here is Van Exel. He passes to Rogers. Soft touch off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 13.
They certainly haven't let these fans down tonight. It's been a fun night to be in the building.
It has been. I mean, the atmosphere has been great, and no doubt that helped with the winning effort.
And they can just dribble the ball until the buzzer.
Yeah, exactly. They got to be happy with the outcome here.
Elated, you're right. Billups with the ball. So it's the Nuggets winning this one easily. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up not just to play, they showed up to give great effort and to win, and they did both.
For Clark Kellogg, Steve Kerr, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. Now it's time to present our Jordan Player of the Game.